In this video, we will be talking about the emerging technologies that will change the world. Graphene that conducts electricity more efficiently, fighting fire with sound that uses waves to control fire, GPS-3 that provides a perfect resolution, spin launch that relies on kinetic energy to insert satellites into orbit, edge computing that improves privacy and security, self-healing concrete that allows concrete roadways to be healed, hydrogen fuel cells that help provide electricity, satellite constellations that provide internet access, floating farms that help produce enough food to satisfy humans, blockchain that increases security OD data shared across networks, GPT-3 that can write text as well as a human does, lithium metal batteries that increase the range of an electric vehicle, connected homes that allow you to operate your electrical appliances with your smartphone, 3D printing that creates objects with different substances, and quantum computing that stores information in a classical computer. Number 1. Graphene. Even though industries are now looking for new materials to offer more reliable performance, the next incredible development will be graphene. As the name suggests, it is made entirely from carbon atoms graphite. One of the most exciting things about graphene is that it's two-dimensional. It can also conduct electricity more efficiently than copper. Number 2. Fighting fire with sound. As climate changes, wildfires are becoming more common globally. Water has been used to extinguish or limit the spread of fire, thus wasting a massive quantity of water. A solution will soon be deployed that will use sound waves to push oxygen away from the source of a fire and spread it over a wider area. This cuts off the fuel of the fire. This will become one of the main methods of controlling fire in the coming decades. Number 3. GPS-3. One of the major problems with GPS is that the original 24 satellites do not provide a perfect resolution. That's why there is a huge demand for improving the system with the GPS-3 technology. The satellites are currently being launched and are expected to upgrade the network within a few years fully. Number 4. Spin launch. The spin launch was founded in 2014 and funded by large companies like Google and Airbus. Instead of relying on chemical rockets, they are now constructing a kinetic energy launch system to insert satellites into orbit. With the test version already built, the full-size device will be ready within a few years. Number 5. Edge computing. Our technological usage of computers has significantly changed in the past few decades. Back then, everything was done on a singular device, but we currently use cloud computing, where virtually all activities are performed, from emails to documents. The idea of edge computing is that it significantly reduces latency and improves privacy and security. Rather than waiting for a server's response, it can function independently. Number 6. Self-healing concrete. One of the essential construction materials worldwide is still concrete. Researchers have devised a new solution for self-healing concrete by adding bacterial spores and a food source to the concrete mix. When the concrete cracks, the bacteria are exposed to oxygen and water and begin to consume the food and multiply. Virtually all concrete aims to incorporate this technology, and the days of potentially dangerous faults will be over. Number 7. Hydrogen fuel cells. Now that virtually all manufacturers are trying to develop their technologies to reduce their reliance on fossil fuels, there are concerns surrounding the provision of green electricity to all that need it. That's why we need hydrogen fuel. Companies are also looking at how it can be used. The technology is approaching the stage where it's possible across various applications. This will be a great move in the industry. Number 8. Satellite constellations. The cost of launching satellites into orbit has been reduced. With the improvement in component design and the potential uses of space technology, big tech companies are now looking to create their own satellite constellations. If you look up when it's dark, you might be able to see some of these satellites already. This will help provide internet access across most of the planet. Number 9. Floating farms. As the world's population keeps growing, one of the major problems we face is how to produce enough food to satisfy everyone's needs. That's why the idea of floating farms is recommended, as it involves building huge complexes that sit on the ocean's surface, which can be moved to where they're needed. Floating farms will also be installed in regions that have suffered from disasters to get food production up and running. Number 10. Blockchain. While blockchain technology has been in operation in recent years, these new decentralized currencies will be the beginning of how useful and integrated they could be to the world. Companies are now exploring how much broader the uses are using blockchain, and blockchain is now being used to enable energy trading and many other transactions. This is a great invention. Number 11. GPT-3. Tech companies are in the race to develop the first full artificial intelligence, which will impact the technology around us more. GPT-3 will bring out the deep learning feature, whereby computer algorithms can analyze past behavior and automatically find solutions to improve performance. It's the third generation of a language prediction model, which will be able to write text as well as a human does. Number 12. Lithium metal battery. Moving closer to the energy that produces emissions isn't good for our health. One of the best ways to move away is converting everything we use to run on electricity. Lithium metal batteries would increase the range of an electric vehicle by as much as 80% and can be recharged in just a fraction of the time. Companies are now aiming to produce electric vehicles with these new batteries. Number 13. Connected homes. The increasing presence of technological advancements means it will become far more commonplace, reliable, and functional. There are so many different ways technology can be incorporated that things will look very different in a few years. All appliances in your homes that are electrically operated would have a chip installed to allow you to operate them from your smartphone or simply by your voice. Number 14. 3D printing. 3D printing has had a varied history, being used for particular tasks. It can create small plastic objects or replacement components. Printers can make objects out of different substances, and this 3D printing is seen as potentially the future of manufacturing. Several buildings around the world have already been built from 3D printed parts, which will become even more common. Number 15. Quantum computing. We all depend on classical computers for our daily tasks. However, quantum computers differ from a classical one as it stores and handles information in a classical computer. It can solve any problem a classical one can, and vice versa, and it is more efficient than classical computers. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.